Hello students, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the FSX online support program. I am lecturer Wasim Jan and I'll teach you class 8 physics. So moving forward, we are in unit 3 which is dynamics, and in this video we will try to cover to solve examples using acceleration is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 multiplied by g, and tension is equal to 2g m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2. Actually these are the formulas which are already derived in the previous lecture. So in this lecture we will try to solve some examples. Basically these formulas are for acceleration of bodies attached to the frictionless pulley, or you can say attached to a string passing over a frictionless pulley. But remember, both bodies will move vertically like this, and over here there will be a frictionless pulley. So this is, let's say, m1 and this is, let's say, m2. So we will solve problems like this, and this is the formula for finding the tension in the string, right? Similarly, we will also derive the formulas for tension and acceleration in the string, but this is a somewhat different condition. Over here, one body will be moving horizontally and the other will move vertically. Like the situation will be like this, and this is, let's say, a surface, right? And a string will be like this, and over here there will be a pulley, right? So this body will move in this direction, which is horizontal motion, and this body will move downward, so this will be the vertical motion. So we will try to cover this topic also in this lecture. At the end of this lecture, the students are expected that they will be able to calculate the tension and acceleration in the string during the motion of bodies connected by the string and passing over the frictionless pulley. Means that string will be passes over a frictionless pulley using the second law of motion. So a little previous review of lectures. So what is Newton second law of motion, because it will be used in this video, in this lecture. So the student must know what is the second law of motion and what is the mathematical form of this second law of motion. What is the difference between mass and weight, because weight will be used in this derivation and this lecture. Similarly, what is the formula for acceleration of bodies attached to the string passing over a frictionless pulley? As we will also solve some problems based on previous lecture, where we have derived the formula for masses attached to the string and passes over a frictionless pulley. And what is the formula for finding the tension? Over here, formula for acceleration, and what is the formula for tension in the string supporting bodies and passing over a frictionless pulley. So moving toward the current lecture, we have an example, example 3.4. Over here we have two masses 5.2 kg and 4.8 kg. Both of these masses are attached to the string, but remember, inextensible string. This is the most important assumption over here, that the string must be inextensible. Inextensible means we have already discussed that there will be no extension, there will be no elongation in the string. Means the length of the string will not change. If you take the example of extensible, so extensible string may be the string which will be made up of rubber. So in case of rubber, if we apply the force on rubber, so the length increase, but this string will be of such material whose length will never increase with the application of forces. Similarly, another most important assumption, frictionless pulley. Remember, over here there will be no friction. We will discuss in detail, very much detail, that what is friction. But over here you have to just remember that the pulley must be frictionless. And find the acceleration of the bodies of the system. Means since this body is heavier, this is mass 1, which is 5.2 kg, this is 5.2 kg, and this is 4.8 kg, right? Since this mass is greater than this one, so it means that 5.2 kg mass will move downward and 4.8 kg mass will move upward. It is obvious. No? The acceleration with which this body is moving downward will be the same in magnitude. Remember, in magnitude, not in direction. In magnitude to this acceleration with which this body will be moving. Right? So, we have to find the tension. Tension means the force which is transferred from one body to another body using this string. So we have to find that force, and that force is called as tension. So over here we have some given data, the proper format. Mass of the first body is m1, which is 5.2 kg. Mass of the second body is this one, m2, which is 4.8 kg. Acceleration produced is required. So we have to find the acceleration and tension in the string. So moving toward the solution, we have the formula. We have already discussed that to find the acceleration, we have the formula m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into g, and remember g is the gravitational acceleration and its value is taken to be 10 meter per square second, right? So just putting the values, m1 is 5.2, m2 is 4.8. Over here m1 is 5.2, m2 is 4.8, and g is 10. By simplifying, we get 0.4 meter per square second. So this is the acceleration with which body A, with which this body will move downward and this body will move upward, right? Another requirement is to find the tension in the string. So for tension we have already derived the formula. We have also discussed in a review of this lecture that we have to use this formula, which is the tension is equal to 2 multiplied by mass of m1, mass of the first body, mass of the second body divided by mass of the first body plus mass of the second body multiplied by acceleration. So just putting the values, 2 multiplied by 5.2 multiplied by 4.8 divided by 5.2 plus 4.8 multiplied by 10. So it comes out to be 50 Newton. So this is the tension. This is the tension in this string, right? Or you can say this is the force in this string, right? And now moving forward, we have another other objective of this lecture, that we will also derive the formula for the situation over here. One body will move downward, which is vertically, not must be downward. It may be there may be some possibility that the body will move upward, but over here this body will move vertically, downward or upward, and this body will move horizontally. So two bodies which are attached to the string, inextensible, frictionless pulley, the same assumptions as for the previous condition. So we have to derive the formulas for finding this acceleration and this tension, right? So for this, over here, since the direction of acceleration is downward, it means that the body is moving downward, right? No. What is the force? What is the cause of the body? The cause of the motion to be downward. So if we look at the weight, so this weight is acting downward, right? Now if we look upward, so the tension in the string is acting upward. Weight is acting downward, but tension is acting upward. But still, the body is moving downward. It means that this mg is greater than this t, right? So the net force means this force minus this tension will be the net force, and that will be the cause for this acceleration. That will be the cause for the body to move downward. So that net force is equal to m1g, which is the weight of this body minus tension, right? Now if we look if we remind that what is the second law of motion? Second law of motion says that the net force acting on a body will be equal to ma. Net force, let's say this is the net force, which is denoted by F, and this will be equal to ma. Now since the net force over here is this one, which is denoted with A, yeah, you can say this is the net force. So can I write the equation like this, that the net force is this one, m1g minus t. So this will be equal to the acceleration in the body 1. Remember, right? This will be equal to the weight of the body which is moving vertically downward, because this is the net force on body A. Similarly, if we look at a body B, now we are also trying to find the net force acting on second body. So over here there are actually three forces acting on a body. One is weight, one is the reaction which will be applied by this table, and this is the tension, right? So three forces acting on a body. Now if we if we remind the Newton's third law, so every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So if this is the action, this is the action which is the weight of the body, so in reaction this table will also apply the force equal. Remember, equal, because there is no motion in the upward or downward direction, right? So if there is no motion, it means both these forces are equal. Both these forces are cancelling out each other. So it means reaction, which is this reaction, and this weight, both are equal. So there is no net force in the vertical direction. There is no net force in the vertical direction. Now if we look at the horizontal direction, this direction, so over here this is the force, this is the only one force, right? So it means the net force acting on body B will be equal to these are the same as I already discussed, that the weight of the body B is acting downward, the reaction force, the reaction R of the horizontally surface acting on a body B is upward, right? The tension in the string, or you can say string pulling the body B horizontally over the smooth surface. So this is the total net force acting on body B, right? And this will be equal to T is equal to m2g, because this is the cause. This is the cause. According to Newton's second law, this tension will produce acceleration in body 2, in mass 2, or you can say in body B, right? Now we have two formulas. One is 3.10, 3.10 and 3.11, right? We have these two formulas. Now we have to rearrange these formulas to find the acceleration, the expression for the acceleration of body 1 and body 2, because both acceleration are same, since both are connected to each other, right? And tension in the string. So we have two formulas, the same as in previous slide. Now putting equation 3.11 in equation 3.10, over here this is tension. So if we put the value of this tension over here, so what is the value of this tension? The value of this tension is m2a. So can I write like this? m1g minus m2a is equal to m1a, right? If I shift this m2a to the right, so it will be m2a plus m1a, right? Now over here a is common, acceleration is common, so I take a as common and m2 plus m1 remain the same. Now we need this acceleration, so divide both sides by m2 plus m1, and similarly this side also. So this m1 plus m2 and this m1 plus m2 will be cancelled out, and over here m1 plus m2 will be remains as same. So over here m1g, this is m1 multiplied by g divided by m2 plus m1, or m1 plus m2, both are same. So this is the formula to calculate the acceleration of the bodies attached to the inextensible string and passes over the frictionless pulley. But remember, one body is moving horizontally and the other body will move vertically. Now we can write equation 3.11 like this, that over here if we look over here, that t is equal to m2a. So if we find the acceleration from this, so t divided by m2 will comes out to be the acceleration like this. So remember one thing, that we can use this equation to find the acceleration instead of this equation, but over here we need tension. Over here we don't have the term for tension. In this formula we don't need tension to find the acceleration, but over here we need tension to find the acceleration. But if you have tension in the string and mass m2, so you can find the acceleration, right? So this is the another formula, but actually I rearrange this formula, this equation for the some other over here. This is acceleration. So can I put this acceleration in equation 3.11 like this, that m1g minus mt is equal to m1, and in place of this a I put t divided by m2, right? From here t divided by m2. So if I shift this tension to the right side, so it will be plus. Over here this is minus, so it will become positive. Now taking LCM, let's say this is over here, this is 1. So if we take the LCM of m2 and 1, so it will comes out to be m2. So m2 right? And it will become m1 plus m1t plus m2t. You can take the LCM and it will come out to be this one, right? Now can I write like this by cross multiplication? Over here this is 1, so cross multiplying like this. So this m2 will be multiplied with this, so this is m1 m2g m1t plus m2t, right? Now over here t is common. If you look to the right side, t is common, so can I take is to as common, and m1 plus m2 will remain itself. Since I need tension, we have derived the formula for acceleration. So over here we need actually tension. We do all these calculations and rearrangements of the equations to find the tension, because we have two objectives. One is to find the acceleration and another is to find the tension. So just divide. We need to eliminate this. We need to remove this m1 plus m2, so we will get a tension. So how will we do? We have to, this is, since this is in multiplication with the t, so we have to divide this, and it will come out to be both side is m1 and m2, right? So m1 m2g divided by m1 plus m2, it will come out to be the tension in the string, right? Or you can write it like this. So this is all about this video, this topic. If you have any question, you can ask in the group. Thank you.